blue, 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 blue. So I look like crap today.
No, you look excellent.
I look marvelous. Absolutely.
Totally marvelous.
Look. John missed this part.
Yeah.
He was the other day was saying it looked like Grizzly Adams. Hello, everybody. It is the Mardox Daily Live Chat. We're late today, but hey, we're going to do a show anyways. This one might be short because Belinda seems to be depressed.
I am not depressed.
She wanted our logo to be blue.
That's because I like the blue, you ninny.
Oh, okay. We have Lauren with us. We have the wonderful Lauren who always has topics to talk about. Today, let's talk about what's going on in the news. A lot of women's rights going on. What I'm hearing about, it's not women equality. It's not that women are not getting paid equal to men, but I'm hearing a lot about businesses, including the famous Google, where women are going to work at these companies. They do their best.
Tech jobs.
Yeah. They do their best, and they're told that they have to do as good or better than their counterparts. And if they complain, they run the risk of being fired for complaining about inequality, or being told that that it's not fair that they have to be equal to or better than the men. What do you guys think about that?
Well, I think that it should be based on work, not gender. Obviously.
Yeah. Right.
Because I don't like the token white guy, the token black guy, the token female, the token, that's just, it's stupid, it's ridiculous, and it actually undermines someone's intelligence.
Personally, I find women do a lot better quality work. When a woman has a passion for that job, I find that she does better work than some guys, to tell you the truth. Women I think they have a good talent for taking their time and getting the job done right, especially when it's detailed work. Seriously.
Yeah.
Look at Lauren. Look at Lauren. She must spend hours brushing that hair.
It's wild.
There you go. Yeah, no, I know a lot of women that will do a job, but the woman has to like what she's doing. That's the other part. If a woman does not like what she's doing, oh my God, it could be terrible. Whereas a guy, I know a lot of guys will do stuff they don't like, but it's like, it's a paycheck kind of thing, But they don't have. I find some guys don't have the quality that women have. Of the quality of work. I guess I can go for everybody. I mean, if somebody really likes what they're doing, they're going to take their time and put a lot of effort into what they're doing. Man or woman, or other.
Well, how can I put this without my brain leaking out of my ear today? I'm trying to sound profound and intelligent, but it's just not going for me today.
Oh.
Yes, I'm Coach Belinda Condell. Have confidence in me.
Yes, please have confidence, because I don't have any confidence myself. Jesus. Oh my God, my hair. I've been wearing my hat.
Joking, people. I'm joking, just so you know.
I've been wearing my hat for so long today, my hair's parted down the side. I look like one of those 1950s nerds.
Oh, that's awesome. Anyway.
I need a brush. Where's a brush? I need a brush. Let's explain to people. I was supposed to be here at 3. Doing a little job. I thought it was going to take an hour and I was going to have time to get back. Turned out it was 2 hours. I got stung by bees. I ran to the truck, sprayed bug spray everywhere to get the bees off me. I've been stung multiple places. Then I looked at the time and went, oh no, now we have to go back and do the show. So this is where I'm at now. This is why I look like I'm filthy. And my jeans are covered in mud right now. And I got to brush my hair, so I'm doing my whole makeup thing on camera. Ouch! So, go ahead.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm going to make myself look pretty. I'm going to look so good.
Oh, you look handsome, darling.
Oh, yes,
marvelous.
definitely debonair.
I look marvelous. Absolutely marvelous.
I want to say, since you were talking about jobs.
Yeah.
I wish they would make a law, like just say I have experience working with little kids, and I have experience, of course, entering info in a computer,
Right.
data entry, because I used to work at Home Shopping Network and at a place for magazines.
Right.
Years ago. Now, just say if I went to apply at PetSmart, and I have no experience with PetSmart.
Right.
If someone came in and they had experience because they worked at a PetSmart before,
Or any animal store.
Now, who do you think they would hire?
The person who has experience.
Right. Now, what I'm trying to say, I wish certain jobs didn't require experience because they should train people.
Well, that's
especially
that's the company's prerogative. That's their choice to do that, because you got to think, when they have to train somebody, it costs them money. You know, so like if you're going into PetSmart and want to apply and you've never had any experience with animals or being a cashier, they have to calculate that for the first 3-4 days at least, they're paying you for basically doing nothing because you don't know what to do and someone has to show you, and the other person showing you how to do it is getting paid to do not just their job but the training job too. So that can get complicated. If I'm hiring somebody for I hired one guy to do to clean my office space when I used to have an office. It was a big space, and I told him, and I was aware that he was mentally deficient. He couldn't read or write. He just couldn't. It's a kind of person that just could not learn how to read or write. There was a mental component missing, and but I gave the person the job to come in every Thursday and sweep, mop the floors, dust, and clean the windows inside if necessary. And that guy was on the spot every day on the Thursday. Every Thursday he was there, rain or shine, and it was ready to go and swept, mop the floor. The job was done perfect. So I think there's a job for every single person out there. I don't believe that there's not enough work for everybody. I think there's work for everybody. But what field are you qualified for? Myself, I'm a computer programmer. I'm worth more in computer programming. I do the job repairing tools, but I got training in that, and like the person who hired me to do the training, that took 6 years. It's like an apprenticeship to learn how to do pool installation and repair. You have to learn every little thing. There's a lot involved. Being a cashier, you got to learn the computer systems and how to push the buttons.
And you have to be quick sometimes.
Yeah. Well, the best thing to do there is take your time and get it done right, because otherwise, you wind up losing money. If a boss says, if you're on the cashier, on a cash register, and the boss says hurry up, and then you make mistakes, well, that's kind of their fault for pushing you, because you should be able to take your time, pass each item, make sure the job's done properly. But there's a balance too. You can't take 5 minutes and yak at the client, especially when you have 4 or 5 clients waiting.
Well, that's like when I call clients or I prospect by phone. You don't want to be there too much, because then they think they have to do the same thing and it can go against you. But you don't want to be there too little, because then you're not building that rapport with them. So you have to balance your time just on enough to form that relationship with them, but know that if they have to duplicate what you're doing, or just to feel at ease with you.
Right. Now, if I'm hiring somebody for an office position or a manager, I've had Belinda do a lot of work for me. But I watched how Belinda did things, and then I had her do the work for me. So I knew she was able to do the task. Accounting, I'm going to make sure the person knows how to do accounting. Obviously, now you're getting to higher level professions. If I bring in someone to take care of the web server for Mardox, it's going to have to be somebody who knows their stuff. And be honest with you, Josh is a little lower than the line that I believe is necessary to handle my server. So I don't know. I require too much skill for that job, but that's me that does it. I think that really belongs. It's up to the company. What I would suggest you do is, if you are applying to PetSmart, ask them. What I would suggest to do is this: go in and say that you'd like to have the job, but that you'd like to learn how to do the job, and then offer them a choice of saying, if you take me on, I will work for you for 2 weeks without pay, as long as you train me how to do it. You know, that's how I learned how to do construction work, drywall, putting up 2x4s. I went on job sites and I told them, I want to learn how to do this. I'll work for you, but you're not going to pay me a cent. That way it's not illegal. I don't need certification or anything. But the guy will sit there and show me how to do measuring 2x4s, how to put drywall up. Now, okay, that was 15, 20 years ago. The laws have changed since. But that's how I learned how to do the work. I went on job sites and said, I'll do this free of charge, but you need to show me how to do it. And some contractors looked at me, laughed, and said, yeah, right, you know. And others said, yeah, I'll show you how to do it. Because they got the free work out of the deal. You see? So
yeah, just depends.
You might, if it doesn't hurt you to not get paid for a week or two, tell them I'm willing to work as long as you train me how to do it for the first week. They might want you to sign a document saying you agree that you're not going to get paid for the first X days. Make sure dates are clearly stated, but they'll also make sure you get properly trained. Make sure they put the effort into showing you how to do everything, you know, and then leave it open after a week or 2 weeks or whatever you feel is necessary for training. Then let the employer see if you're worthy of doing that job or not. You see, so that is a way of putting your foot in the door.
Yep.
Hey everybody, we're online. This is the Mardox Daily Live Chat.
It's so
blah,
slow.
blah, 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 blah. No, seriously, people join us at 3 o'clock every day. Okay, 4. Eastern Standard Time, 4:30.
For today, it's 4.
4:30. It was 4. It was 4:08 when I got stung, and it was still on the job site. So that's where I said, fuck it, and I came home. So that tells you a lot. Yeah, it was 4:30 today. There you go. We'll do a short show today. Belinda's tired.
I'm what? I'm tired?
You're tired. You're tired of me.
Okay, you say so. All right,
Okay.
Sure. I didn't know I was, but thanks for announcing to me I was.
But Lauren, the example that you gave me, is it because you went and applied to a PetSmart and they turned you down, or what's going on there?
No, I was just saying that as an example. Hold on.
Example?
I was just saying that as an example.
Oh, okay. Personally, me, if you came into my store, presented yourself properly and said, I'd like to have a job, I would hire you, for sure. A front-end job, I would. I think you look good, public-wise. You're presentable. I think you come across to people nice. You are a nice personality. I don't think you have the traits, just from looking at you, excluding me knowing you so far on chats, but just looking at you, you don't seem to be a person that comes across as a bitch, you know. So I think you'd be good with public, you know, talking, maybe answering questions, stuff like that. But at the same time, I know that you're not thinking on the same level as me. So I would, as an owner, would have to say, I have to give this person the time to do their job at their speed, you know. So if that's an issue, you know. So like Yannick, with him. It was, sure, he could sweep the floors and clean up the office, but I knew that I had to leave it up to his terms. It had to be when he came in, and he did it his way, because there was autism involved there too. So, you know, it was neat, because you'd watch him sweep the floor, and every single Thursday he would sweep the floor in the same pattern every single time. It was neat. It was like a robot. It's like, push the button and the robot would go. but he did a great job. You would not find a dust bunny, a shred of paper. My colleagues and I, we did the famous test of leaving $100 on my desk. He came in after we all left, after 4 o'clock. He came in around 5. We left him the keys to get in. And I wanted to see if the next day if the money was still there. And sure enough, the money was still there. In fact, it was a 25-cent more on the $100, and I asked him when he came in. I said, "Did you find another 25 cents?" He says, "Yeah, it was under your desk."
Yeah.
So you put it.
See,
on
that's
top
the
of
kind of person I am. I'm honest like that.
Yeah. And you know what I did? And people don't believe me. I took the $100.25 and I gave it to him.
Really?
I gave it to him because
that's sweet.
Because it was money I could lose if he was going to steal it. I would have lost it anyways, right? You know, so I figured, oh, what the hell, you know, you didn't take it, $100 cash, you know, it's like 20s and 10s and 5s, and I said, yeah, give it to him, you know, and
no, I don't. Yeah, I mean that was sweet of you.
yeah, yeah, and no, this is a person that he needed the cash, you know, he's got a simple life, but you know, it helps, you know, for groceries and stuff, you know. It's
Yeah,
not, and
definitely.
at the time, this is before I met Tina. At the time, it wasn't like I needed it. We were pulling in $100 a year. So it's like I didn't really need the $100 just, you know, that day, you know. Today's show.
Either way, it was sweet of you.
Today's show is sponsored by a company that puts out a brown liquid with a red label and a red cap with transparent bottle. Guess who it is? I can't say. Because they're
Well,
too
I
damn
can
big.
tell you.
They're too damn big.
This is.
Watch Belinda. She's gonna go and do that. Yeah, there you go.
A&W. Today
Oh, snap. Why? Oh, why, Belinda? Why?
is.
Just because it tastes good?
Because it tastes really
Lauren, what are you drinking today? You gotta unmute. You have to unmute. Need to hear my Lauren. She's muted. You're not gonna unmute, are you? Fine. Why?
I had a Sprite.
Yeah. And rum.
I also had a Yoo-hoo earlier.
Oh, I gotta show you guys something. Hold on a sec. I'll be right back. This is the first time this has happened to me. Hey, where's my tea?
Belinda, how come your video isn't on?
Because I don't like having my video on.
I'm coming. I've yet to open this. I did a pool job. It was quite a nasty one. It's one of those pool jobs where usually when we level a pool, the side that's lower, we basically raise it up. We lower the other side a bit to try to, you know, level it out so the body of the pool stays flat. But this one pool, one side we couldn't do anything to. The other side we had to drop it 2.5 inches. So we had to dig the half of the pool and drop the wall, right? Well, at the end of the job, the guy gave me a bottle of wine as a thank you.
Wow, that's cool.
The
Did you drink
Smoking
it?
Moon.
Yeah. Can you read that? Yeah. And I've never tried it, so
You'll be on later, all drunk as a skunk. No kidding.
Oh yeah, there you go. No. Hey,
You
So
would.
you're gonna try it later?
Kidding.
just hold on, guys. Off camera.
You lush, you.
But that's the first time. No, that's the second time I got something. In my 3rd year of pool installation, this was awkward. The guy loved his pool. He makes his own rum, and he gave us each. I think it was
Moonshine.
yeah, I think it was a 10 ounce, like a small bottle. No, not moonshine. It was rum.
I'm joking.
Yeah, aged 10 years, he gave each of us a bottle of his rum, and that stuff was good. It tasted better than that factory made stuff that you buy. Yeah, I'm not blind. I'm still good. But ouch, this is really starting to hurt. I should go see a doctor, maybe. I don't know.
Well, I hope you're okay, as long as you're not allergic to bee stings like I am.
No, I'm not allergic. It just hurts. It's just painful. Little shits. And it's
What is
like-
it?
you know
An
what?
old native remedy. Listen, Nelson. An old native remedy is to put mud over your bee sting. It actually soothes it.
I didn't have time to get mud, and as I walked back to the work area, because by now I'm at the front of the house, when I'm walking back, they were coming back at me because when a bee stings you, it gives off a pheromone. And they're attracted to that because that's the bee that said, hey, attack this. This is a threat. So all the others come at you.
I only had one bee at me at a time. Thank goodness.
No. You're lucky because that's a straggler. Because usually it's one stings, and then when he stings, the others go, oh, okay. And they go after you. Because my daughter was standing right by me, not a single sting. I got stung, they came all at me.
Well, it also depends where you are, too. That makes a difference.
What do you mean where I am?
Well, when I got stung out in the open, I didn't have a bunch of bees coming after me. I never had that happen
Oh no no
at
no
all,
no no no
ever.
no no! But where I was putting down sod. I was putting down dirt. I picked up a bag, but I had to go closer to the neighbor's shed, and I'm thinking they're under the shed.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Depends on where you are. That's why you had probably. I mean, I'm not blaming you. I'm just saying the
No 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 no.
location
But
is
I'm
probably
saying,
why
but
there's a
yeah, but
lot of bees.
you may have had just one that was just traveling. Mine, the nest was right there.
Right, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying,
Yeah.
Nelson. You
This was
had somewhere where the
bad.
nest was.
This was bad.
That's my point.
I've been assaulted and violated. How dare they do
Jeez,
this?
like it's the first time that's happened. Kidding.
Here comes the gorgeous Tiffany.
Liar. Stay out of my coat.
Oops.
I just put it on your flatten your magnets.
She flattened my magnets. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. See, thank you. There. I have to work with her. It's terrible. I can't wait till we get the office done. I'm going to put a divider up.
Oh, curtain?
Well, yeah.
You doing some construction there?
Oh, yeah. You haven't seen the room? Lori?
No.
Oh, you haven't seen
Oh,
the room?
in your living room?
No. This is my basement. It's my office. I have to show you guys again.
Oh, when I lived in New Jersey, we had a beautiful basement.
Well, I'm working on it, okay? Jeez. Hey.
Is that a record?
I'm trying to get out of
We
New
don't
Jersey
use
and move to
records
Florida,
No.
where you already are, Lauren.
Trash.
Where?
I'm in St. Pete area.
Art.
I know, I'm saying I'm getting out of Jersey and going to Florida, where you already are.
Oh.
You'll be about
I didn't show it to him. He didn't.
5
He
hours.
went in that room?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Hey.
That just looks weird.
Yeah, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Let's do it this way. Hey people, how you doing? I'm doing good. Okay. How do I do this?
Carefully without breaking anything.
Do. Turn around. Here we go. Here we go, Lauren. This is the new office space I'm working on.
Oh, okay.
So let's put some light on in here. So I did the floor and the walls and the ceiling. I mean, look at this. Some idiot walked on my ceiling.
Uh-oh.
Footprints.
Okay.
Look at the footprints. Yeah, so I got half of it done, and now I got to do the other half of the drywall of the room, and then I got to change the window and put in really pretty lights too. I put in the lights for my wife that you can move the lights.
Ah.
Yeah,
That's cool.
pretty. Oh, Lauren, look at this. Look at the light switch. It glows.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. How do I leave this now?
Looking good.
Yeah, so that's what I'm doing there. I'm doing that's my wife's office, and then this side here, you see all the 2x4s on the wall. This is all going to be ripped out behind me, because behind this is another office space. So when we're done, Tiffany and I are going to share this whole space from end to end.
Ah.
Hear that, Tiffany? We're going to share.
Yeah, I'm gonna kick you out soon.
Yeah, you're gonna kick me out. What do you mean gonna kick me out? What? When I'm not of any use anymore?
Yep.
Yeah, so that's what I'm working on. So that's the part A, and then I'm gonna close off this section because I want the wall behind me. I want it to be a green screen so that I can do my videos and have backdrops and stuff. So I'm gonna be setting that up. It's gonna be part office, part studio down here. Tiffany wants to be able to do her book reviews and stuff, so I'm gonna set up so she can do that too. You like that, right? So there'll be a section. There'll be studio. We'll put the cameras up, the tripods, and the lights, and all that stuff, and it'll just stay there. Because right now, every time I do my Nelson slots, I have to set up the cameras in the living room, and then the tripods and lights and all that. And then when I'm done, I gotta take it all down. Excuse me. So that's pretty much it. So what do you guys think about women's rights? Women should be equal to men, equal opportunity.
Yeah.
And when a woman has a problem, does she have the right to complain, or does she have to worry about being fired or lose her job because she complains? She's a poor little snowflake.
I think whatever men are allowed to do, women should be allowed to do too, other than physical work that maybe a woman, depending on her physical stature, but mentally, intelligent, mind-wise, in every other way, equal.
Yeah. Personally, me, I got 4 daughters. I have my wife. Mother-in-law was female.
Really? I would
Yeah.
hope so.
My mother-in-law was a registered nurse. Did an awesome job all her life. My wife does a really good job at her job. Spot on. Just times we've had to she had to put her foot down and say, hey, and then it got corrected because a male decided, well, I'm going to do this and you can't. So I had her put her foot down, and the ordeal was, but the issue was corrected. Tiffany behind me has horror stories of males being dicks at work, right?
Yeah, only a couple of them.
Yeah, but you still have some horror stories. But all my daughters, I encourage them to work and do equal to or better than any guy. But if you're going to do it, do the best that you can at what you're doing.
Sadly, in the work field, even in home business, sometimes women have to work twice as hard just to prove themselves against the male society.
Well, proving yourself, I think proving yourself is a little bit overrated.
Yeah, but in some cases, you still find male chauvinists anywhere you go.
Hold on.
It may be better in some ways, but it's still back in the time in other ways.
Well, here's the thing. Really, he went in the garbage and pulled out his old ball.
No, he just
found it.
He smelled it out. But
I
I was the one who found it and said, no, there's nothing there. There's nothing there.
There's a double, tennis ball bone thing.
Yeah.
You asshole.
You're the one who did actually.
There's a double ball. Part of my language of the world of YouTube. There's a double ball tennis ball bone, and the one that was ripped and old. I threw it out. I put it into a garbage can. I put it on the construction site over there. My idiot dog found the garbage bin. My daughter said that he noticed it, and he's now over there sniffing away because he knows his ball's in the garbage. There you go. That's a good ball. The other one's worn out, but I gotta throw it out. He doesn't like the idea of me throwing his stuff out, right? But he's got a brand new one though. Don't. I'm not an ass. What were we saying? Being overrated for being for proving yourself. Proving yourself is not just men and women. You have to prove yourself sometimes when you go to court. Let's say, for example, you're in court and you're a jackass, and you're being judged by your peers, people that you know in your area. If people know you're a jackass, no one's going to stand up for you and say, yeah, he's a good person. They're all going to say, let him fry, let him go to jail. If you're a good person and you lend out a hand to whoever needs a hand, people know you're a good person. You help people out, you donate, you try to do everything you can good. If the time comes that you got to go pay a ticket or something and you need witnesses, and you've got 30 people that say, yeah, this person's really good, this person's really nice, chances are you might get off scot-free from having to pay that ticket or whatever it is, or murder charge or whatever, I think proving yourself is not necessarily doing a great job, but it's how do you come across to people that are around you. Is what I was trying to get at. It's not necessarily, I have to do the best job possible. It's be nice to people around you. If male or female, people will recognize that you're good, unless, of course, you're working with a bunch of jackasses that don't care. Make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yay! Am I a nice person?
Of course.
Okay, 'cause I got a court date next week. It was an accident. The gun went off 5 times all by itself.
Okay.
It was like maybe I but that poor
I'll be out of the
squirrel.
country that week.
But that poor squirrel.
I wish I could make it. I really do, but oh well.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Yes, Mrs. Condell, did you know a Nelson Buck? Oh, hell no. Click.
No, I have no English, senor.
Yeah. What about you, Lauren? Would you back me up? What? You're muted. I can't hear you.
Of course.
Okay, I'm seeing no.
I'll protect you.
Tippy,
She's
would
like,
you
heck
defend me?
no.
No.
Tippy wouldn't defend me. Tippy's like, no, it's not worth it. I got better things to do than go to court. Oh, jeez. No, but
Oh no, I've done that in the past. Went to court with one of my ex-boyfriends.
ex-boyfriend?
No, when he was in trouble,
Oh,
I went with him for moral support.
oh, okay. I was gonna say, what did you do to him? Ex? Court? We hear a lot of stories up here from the United States. Hey guys want to wrap it up, and then we'll call it a short show for today.
Sure.
Okay.
Is that cool with you, Belinda?
Sure.
Yeah.
Up to you.
Should we let Lauren close it up, or?
Yes, we should.
Yes, we should, because Lauren's really good at this. Got no lightning. Go on, Lauren, close up the show.
I don't know what to say.
Tell people to come back tomorrow, right? Cricket, 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 cricket. Belinda, do you want to take
Want a
over?
hand, Lauren?
Sure. Go for
Okay.
it.
Thank you, everybody, for joining in today, even though we started late. Tune in tomorrow and find out what Lauren's thoughts will be and what Nelson will get into next. Please remember
These
to
things.
subscribe, like, and comment. You can comment good or bad, but if it's bad, please keep the foul language down to minimal. Hopefully, it's all good, and please let us know what topics you want us to discuss, so we could better help and serve you, our audience, and our members, so that we can make Mardox the best experience that anybody's ever had, and become totally addicted, and you'll never ever leave. Anyway, until next time, have a good day, and God bless.
Hey, meet us tomorrow at 3 o'clock, hopefully. We should be done by 3 tomorrow, right?
If we start early enough, yes.
Can we get there for 7 and get done?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And not get stung.
Yeah.
Quiet.